Previously on Book of Spring.
The pleased Moondrop Shrooms are more than happy to share information with the party. They light a path towards a way out, warn them of peril, and also lead them to a very special metal rock that came from the sky. The party lugs the meteor out of the Moondrop Cave, write in their journals, and arrive at Stormbrook. Hey, everybody!
Hello!
Hi!
Delayed reaction. All right, so to start off, for the next few episodes, we're going to be having a special guest on the Book of Spring. Special guest player, can you tell us who you are?
Hello, it's me. I'm Kat. I am the DM on the Dames and Dragons podcast normally, but today, and for the next several weeks, I don't know what your release schedule is.
2 months, probably.
For the next foreseeable future, I am a special guest player in this podcast and in every podcast. The rest of them you just don't hear me.
Great.
It's a secret, but this one you do.
Awesome.
Secret podcast.
I'm just in the background of every podcast, whispering dark secrets into the players' ears.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Planeswalker podcaster. Okay.
That's me.
So we will talk more about Kat's character later, but to catch up from last session, you guys leveled up and you were able to take a second character class. So I'd like to go around and talk about what you guys chose. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Arthur picked up a book at Sunny Sundries called Journey Journals, and it has a bunch of information like where to find the best herbs and, just general Boy Scout stuff. And for his second class, I chose for him.
No, he chose independently of your own decision.
Oh, no. Field Medic, because he's all about protecting the group. So, he's a knight, he attacks, but he also wants to heal. So he's all about finding weird herbs, mishing them to a paste, and just kind of
smearing
it on his party members.
This is getting into a weird territory with Arthur. I'm not sure we're ready to explore yet. So, yeah, Field Medic is basically healer class.
Yes.
What are the skills again?
So I have healing, which is I can take any herb, including an apple. I can do first aid to recover injuries and stuff like that, and just herb gathering. And I think I can only do that in the morning, so I can still do a camp check.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a yoga routine, like herb gathering.
Morning calisthenics.
Yeah, it could be a little meditation, religious thing.
Religious
On your morning walks,
Yeah.
you just pick up stuff that you find.
Just become in tune with nature, find something to
Make a paste
apply
out of them and then just rub them all over.
Roll them all over myself.
It's for your safety.
Contemplate existence. Colleen picked up Rogue, which wasn't in the book, but we kind of based it off of
I
D&D.
borrowed it from D&D.
Yes. So her new skills are Insight, which is discerning a creature's true intentions. Mm-hmm. Cunning Action, you get an extra action once per combat.
Yes, on your turn, yeah.
And Tracking, I can track not just monsters, but also people, which is what I was extra psyched about.
Yeah. Cool.
Babu has, after a life as a minstrel, has decided to take up farming as a hobby. So I am now minstrel/farmer. I took it because, first off, it gives me a bunch of bonuses to my carrying capacity and my condition check.
Right.
Which are two things that he has none of. Also, I really like animals. As a person, I like them. And as a character, Babu has shown interest in donkeys and stuff like that. Calling one of the party donkeys akin to my granddaughter.
And yeah.
Smart ass.
Yes.
But sweet.
So if you choose Farmer, the last ability is you get to steal another ability from a different class, which is, so I chose Hunting from the Hunter because I think it makes sense. The Babu knows how to fish and trap and stuff like that.
Yeah, you did spend some time in a lake catching fish, I think.
Yeah. So I was I think we even did Dex Int for the role because I begged you.
Yeah, because it's your only two.
Because it's the only two stats that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you've become a literal singing cowboy.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm a rancher now.
And Jake decided to get a class in hunting because he already had a trapping skill, and I think it only makes sense that it would lead into hunting so that he can hunt down ingredients for his craft.
When you say hunt down ingredients, do you mean animals?
But I can also hunt monsters, apparently.
Yeah.
Including some, I was when I read the book, I was what the heck's a phantom beast? Like,
Yeah.
I can hunt down all these other things. And
I wonder what a phantom beast tastes like.
and one of the hunter things is their trapping. I already had that. And then hunting was I can do a check, and I will receive the number of rations that are equivalent of the check.
Oh, wow.
And if I crit, they're all delicious. If I fail, I get injured. I get or what was it? Fumble is an injury 6 status.
Okay, so basically how injury stuff works, if you
Yeah.
have a 6 injury, it's depending on your condition.
Right.
So if you had a condition of 5 or 4 that day and you got injury level 6, you would take that condition's like thing, which I think for injury is
Your dex is reduced by 1 die size.
Okay.
So, side note, that is the ability I also stole. So, before camp, one of us can go wrestle.
Because the only thing is we can't participate in the camp check if we do that thing. Yeah. If we do the hunting.
But I can help with the camp check because
Yeah.
Okay.
my stuff is in the morning.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You guys spent the night at Thistle Dew Inn, and Arthur had bought you a bunch of dinner. He did room service.
Oh, right. That's
Because he
right.
didn't want to sit
I forgot.
in a restaurant.
Yeah, just go home and eat,
Right.
or go in the bed and eat.
So I'll need you guys to do your condition check because this is a new day.
D4 and a D8. Don't fail me now. I got a 6.
Yeah, I got a
Okay.
6. I'm going to say Arthur he engorged himself a little bit too much the night before, so he woke up with a little sore tummy.
Gotcha.
I did 8. I'm fine.
Oh, nice. Good job.
I got an 8 too.
Good.
I got a 6, and I'm saying it's because I'm old.
I'm going to go ahead and cast my benediction for the day, or one of benediction for the day, which is the Tale of the Traveler's Journal, which is that getting gold for writing deal. And so I think Arthur had a journal prepared for today.
Yeah, just kind of sum up the last session.
And so if anybody during this session has a journal that they want to do to get that gold, just let me know.
I would like to make one up today so that I can be not broke.
Okay, sounds good.
You said that was 300 times level?
Yes.
Okay. Dear Roberta, did you know mushrooms can speak into your mind? We met some little moondrop shrooms that pulled us into the earth, requested stories, then gave us metal from outer space. I probably sound crazy, but whenever you decide to go on your journey, be careful of giggling voices calling for help. They could be some bad shrooms. Anyway, we're on our way to the Deepwood and finally stopped in Stormbrook. You'll hate me, but we gave that fancy metal to the forge there. I know you've been making arms for our family most of your life, but I couldn't lug that thing all the way back to Dragonsong. I'll try to bring you a souvenir. Your friend, Arthur.
That's very good. It does sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
when you put it in that note.
It did sound like a trip, for
Did
sure.
you guys,
Yeah, did we even go in the earth?
did you eat mushrooms?
Yeah.
So you'll make your way downstairs to the inn, and when you come out to the desk to get started on your day, there is a young girl standing at the desk. It looks like she's waiting for somebody, and she'll turn and see you, and you guys recognize it to be Martha, who you saw last night at the forge. And she goes, Hi, I'm Martha. You met me yesterday. I just wanted to come by and show you my sketches and you know that we talked about your weapons and stuff. And I want to see if you have any revisions or details you want to add. And I also have a quote for the work. And so she'll open up her sketchbook and then she'll hand it to Arthur. And what does Arthur see on the sketchbook?
So for his stuff, it is like they're both kind of small. It's like a small buckler and a small little saber or rapier.
Okay.
And he had also made a side request for like just a really simple ring, a band out of that.
Any design or anything you added to it?
It's
Is
no
there-
design,
is
but there's a good handguard. It looks kind of like a musketeer kind of thing. It's very basic, but
Okay.
yeah.
And so this looks okay to you?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then she'll hand the next one to Jake.
What he sees is something that's a little bigger than a normal meat cleaver, but not too big for a pug to handle because of his size. But yeah, it's just a weaponized cooking utensil, essentially. Just a
Wow.
meat cleaver, yeah.
Okay, and so this looks fine. Is there anything else I need to do?
A butcher's knife, is that what they're called?
A meat cleaver looks more like a giant like flag rectangle
Right,
shape.
yeah.
That's what you're wanting as a cleaver.
Yeah, I think that looks great.
Oh, great, wonderful. And then she'll hand her sketchbook next to Babu.
When I opened the sketchbook, that's like kind of like an attachment for a staff. So, like, I have my walking stick normally, but I want, like, something I can put on the end. Mm-hmm. So it's, like, this rod with, like, some, like, fish enameling on it that I can take it out and then press one of the fish heads and, like, a little blade pops out.
Gross.
What?
Wow. No, I'm just amazed at your weapon. I'm looking at it.
And then it, I can just flip it back in and it's just part of my walking staff.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I can put it on, and if I get any nice walking staff, I can adjust it. And yeah,
Smart.
And so this looks fine.
Yeah, that looks perfect. Thank you.
And then she'll turn to Colleen.
Okay, can I do medium armor then? Mm-hmm. Alrighty, great.
And so, okay, awesome. Father said that this armor set and weapon sets for you guys is going to be $1,750 for each of them.
Oh no!
750.
And so with your discount, total will be 4,555 gold. And he said that if you want to come back in 3 days, 3 mornings, so, this morning, tomorrow morning, but the next morning after tomorrow's morning, if you come back then and check on it, just see how he's doing, he should be done, though. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
That's
okay.
Pricey. How
We'll
much
work
was
on
That's
the,
pretty pricey.
Yeah, how much was the discount for the fancy outer space metal?
He was keeping a little bit for himself, so that's the price he gave me.
Okay.
I like how this dad's making his daughter do the dirty work
Right.
on purpose. He said, "Don't make me cry."
Arthur feels too bad to pressure
I wonder
anymore.
if we said, no, you can't keep the extra metal. You can work with it. We'll pay you a full price. But how much we could get for, like, the chunk that, you know what I'm saying? If he's trying to undersell us or whatever.
Yeah.
It was
Or
4,000
oversell
what
us.
total?
I don't know.
It was 4,550 gold.
Okay.
Okay, dearie. Okay.
He also said that if it was too much, that there's places you could, like, make money in town.
Oh, of course.
There's always ways to make money. That doesn't mean I want to do it.
I was going to turn to the group and be like, it's time to start making money. Come on.
Yeah, we should probably get some.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Let's get some dosh.
We got time to kill anyways. Until
right.
it's done.
All right. Well, I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye. And then she'll leave.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's time to go.
Rhapsody Roads.
I retired. I wasn't supposed to have to work. All right, fine.
Well, if you want your doodad.
I do want my doodad.
My dude. You can push the fish and it pops out. Interesting.
Yeah, well, so, like, I wanted it to be not have to, like, put it in my pocket like a real shank.
Yeah.
But I want it to have light blade stats, so it's not like a huge.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys will travel south back down to where you first came in, the entrance area, and Rhapsody Roads is that big building that you saw when you came in to the left.
Is Mr. Becky Ann in view of... Is he still at the front of the gate?
I mean, he's like a hard stone's throw away.
Okay.
So-
But he's looking out.
Okay, good. I don't want to...
Specifically, do not want to talk to
Yeah.
Mr. Becky Ann. So, his birthday's not today, it's tomorrow, right?
3 days.
3 days from yesterday.
The same day we get our weapons. Wow.
Is that correct?
Power of GM, 3 days when you get your weapons.
Okay.
Nice.
Wasn't there, like, also some kind of festival that happens in 3 days with the kites or something
No,
like that?
that's not until fall.
That's not until fall. Okay.
We will, with any luck, be out of this town by then.
I was kind of...
God, don't stay here until fall.
I was just kind of hoping, like, in 3 days, like, just this eruption of events happen at the same time. Here's your weapons. It's a festival. Birthday party. It's like,
So, Rhapsody Roads.
You walk in, it is, imagine like a tavern where, like, travelers gather, and kind of like there's a fireplace and couches and bookcases and bulletin boards and stuff, and there's a desk. And also, you'll see a small, actually, Kat, where would you be at inside this Rhapsody Roads?
Let's see. I think I'm up. There's like a desk or something where there's
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm up at the desk having a hard haggle right now. Hard haggle to get a badge.
Yeah. So, what do they see when they come in at the desk?
Upon first glance, it looks like the person behind that desk is talking to no one because there's nobody standing in front of the desk. However, if you look on the desk, there is a 5-inch tall little woman. She's She is wearing a little cape made out of moss, and she has a
Oh my God.
dandelion fluff of light purple hair that's held down by a little acorn cap.
It's adorable.
And she's saying, well, I did all this hard work, and I know which badge I deserve. So we can stand here and talk all day. Or you can just,
Get him, girl!
do what we agreed to do.
And so the woman that she's talking to behind the desk is a short bob, blonde hair, is wearing an apron and goes, look, we only have these 3 badges available. She points to the wall behind her, and up there there's this big poster, which, Kat, I'm sorry I didn't send this to you, but it says Rhapsody Roads rewards, and there's a point system that says level 1 job is 1 point, level 2 job is 3 points, a level 3 job is 5 points, and 5 points equals 1 badge. And the badges that are available at Stormbrook, you'll see, is this happy little sun that says Sunny Sundries underneath.
Aw.
There's one with that egg cup, the happy little egg in the egg cup that says Cafe. And then there is a third one with a happy rain cloud. Everything's so happy. Happy rain cloud that says Rainy Ranch underneath.
She looks at the poster for a minute and says, all right, I'll strike you a bargain then. I will take the Sunny Sundries and the egg cup.
All right. Can I see your card? Did you get the proper signatures?
All right, so she reaches into a bag, and it's just like, like the magician's trick where you're pulling out like lots and lots of scarves, because it's a tiny little bag for a 5-inch tall person. She pulls out a long list with all the signatures and everything. It's like it just keeps unfolding from the bag, and it's like she's holding it up, and she's like just barely able to hold the whole thing out with her tiny little arms.
Gotcha. And so the attendant at the desk will pick it up and look through it, and gets down to near the end where there's still like a good 3 feet of blank space essentially, and goes, okay, all right. And she will get down under the counter, and she pulls out these little tiny pins. I mean, they're tiny to you guys, but for this person that you're seeing talking, it's a button size, it's pretty big, like a shield for them. Yeah. I don't know where you're keeping this. Whatever.
Probably has like a little magic bag or something. Just
Gotcha. There you go. Bag of holding. All right.
That was really cute.
I fold up my piece of paper and I put it back in the bag with my little buttons, and I'm very pleased with myself.
Jake, you look confused.
I am focused, but I don't know what to do.
Babu?
That was pretty cute. Well, I guess it looks like the desk is where we go to get gigs.
Is this, I was going to ask, have we been in Rhapsody Roads yet?
This is the first time you set foot into Rhapsody Roads.
What's it like in there, aside from the desk? I get it's kind of like an office space almost, where there's a lot of bureaucracy and paperwork being done or something?
It's more like a gathering place for travelers. So, there's a fireplace, there's a little, cafe,
rest stop.
It's like a rest stop, essentially. Okay. But it's also where people, post jobs. It's kind of like an outpost where it's my missing cat, or,
like a chill adventurers guild.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Where you could just relax.
Right.
Take jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I don't know Rhapsody, I don't know what the proper rules are to, get. Babu's never done this. This is new.
So Arthur's kind of interested in this whole process because, he's put some money into Rhapsody Roads. He saw the interaction, so he's going to speak to the tiny acorn.
He totally wants to talk to
and
So you approach the tiny acorn hat wearing.
So I'm not great at speaking in character, but I'll give this a shot.
Okay.
Hi, did you get the badges that you wanted?
She turns around, she looks and says, yes, of course I did. Rhapsody Roads is always very good about honoring their contracts. You look new.
Why was she giving you trouble?
Oh, why is she giving me trouble? Because I've done pretty much everything I can do to get as many badges as I can. And, they might... I don't want to disparage any outpost of the Rhapsody Roads, but this one's a little small, and they don't actually have the badge that I earned. That's all right, though. Now I have 2.
Arthur's taking notes. This is his Yelp review of is this place doing its job and stuff like that, and how people travelers.
Secret shopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mr. Beckian was right.
So yeah, Arthur's behind Colleen, just on his notepad. Just scribble, scribble, scribble.
So are the Drakes involved with Rhapsody Roads? Or are you just...
To some degree.
Oh, wow.
They got money everywhere.
You're so fancy.
They're the Koch brothers.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Thistle. It's great to meet you. And she holds out a tiny little hand.
Oh my gosh. I'm Colleen, and she like reaches out, but she has no idea how to shake her hand.
Thistle just like grabs your finger and gives it a shake.
Okay, great. Great.
Thistle, do you own the Thistle Do Inn?
Oh, no relation to that, Thistle. I'm from way across the land.
Sounds lovely.
Well, it's little to you, but it's a huge city for all of us. It's one of the major metropolitan areas.
I'm dying because I'm like, yes, world fodder.
Ever since I left there, it's been a bit of a challenge to work in the world of the big people, but I'm always up for a challenge. After all, you can't travel on Rhapsody Roads unless you're ready to face anything.
You really held your own against that lady, by the way. You're on it. You're doing good.
Everyone thinks they can just step on me because I'm so little, but I always will show them what for.
Jake's just been staring at, he's kind of like fascinated with this small human, this very small.
Is he sniffing?
Supposedly. He's more like, when a dog first discovers snow. And they're kind of like, they don't really jump at it at the first. They're just kind of like, they're kind of like taken aback, but they're drawn close, but taken aback, and kind of like, he's just kind of like, yeah. So anyways, he's going to ask, what are you? I'm a pug.
Oh.
Are you like a small human?
No, of course not. I'm a fairy.
Ooh, a fairy.
Yes.
Does Thistle have wings?
Thistle does not have wings. Not all fairies have wings.
This is the first time I've ever seen a fairy, so I wouldn't know.
I didn't think fairies existed.
Got a sweet moss cape, though.
I love that hat.
Yeah.
I love that on the character sheet that you gave me, the hat's attribute is cute.
Yeah.
I have a cute cap.
Yep.
You guys look like, how long have you been on the road? I'm gonna guess less than a season, right?
Yes.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Well,
It's been like a week.
Well, we've done a lot in that week.
It was a long week.
It's been a pretty...
But we don't have any badges.
you don't have any badges yet?
No, how many badges do you have?
Oh,
Are the badges important? What do the badges do?
what do the badges do? I mean, how else do you track your progress unless you've earned lots of badges? Like me, I've earned more than 50 badges now.
Dang.
Whoa.
Jake is...
That's a lot of jobs.
Yeah, Jake's jaw drops. He's like, I have no... He like feels himself like, I have no badges. I have no progress.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Commentary on modern life.
I have no progress. Who am I?
Well, here, why don't we go sit down and we can talk a little bit about what it's like to be on the Rhapsody Roads. You guys look like you could maybe use a helping hand.
Heck yes.
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 Please.
All right, follow me. And Thistle, she jumps, and it's just like she sails through the air and lands on the arm of a chair over by the fireplace, and then like waves with both her arms to you guys to like follow her.
She like a flying squirrel with his cape?
Yeah, no, she's magic. She can just jump really far.
Gotcha.
All right.
She's like a better Jiminy Cricket. I'm already sold.
I already sold the
And then Jake leans to Bob and his back. He's like, are fairies like crickets?
Oh, I don't think so. I think they're much smarter than crickets.
So they're not an insect?
Not the last time I checked.
All right.
You
Jake's
can
not
ask.
eating. No eating.
No eating.
Please no eating.
I think Jake draws a line at creatures that show intelligence. Because that's kind of...
It's a fuzzy gray area.
Yeah.
So
It's like the squid area where I can like, should I be eating this animal?
I mean,
Because
cows are pretty smart. Cows have best friends.
Right, yeah.
don't make me sad.
No, please, let's not talk about how cows have friends. They're so cute, but they're so delicious.
I'm totally sitting down at this table.
Yeah, I'll come over.
Okay.
Okay.
I have just been kind of watching this, and I'm like, okay.
Did you have something to tell them, Kat, via Thistle? Or are you going to talk about Rhapsody Roads? Or
I was figuring just give a rundown of Rhapsody Roads.
Gotcha.
Tell me what I can tell them.
Basically, it's something that started up in the last few years. It's pretty cool. Essentially, like people can post in the towns. They can post their jobs. You get to do jobs. Not only do you get a badge, but they usually pay you, and you get all this cool information. So if you want to tell it in that version of Thistle's voice,
Sure. All right, so once everybody's sat down, does anybody sit in the chair that Thistle is also sitting on? She's just sitting on the arm of the chair.
That seems rude.
If she'll let me.
Yeah. She doesn't
Do you mind if I sit near you?
Yeah, please, sit down.
With you?
Well, so this is your first Rhapsody Roads outpost that you guys have visited?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's the first one we've actually gone in.
Yeah.
You knocked on the door of one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was another one in the other town, but we weren't able to actually go into it.
Everyone's welcome at the Rhapsody Roads, any sort of traveler or anyone on a journey. However, the real fun is when you get to start doing jobs. See, people from town will come in here and they'll post jobs that they need done. And if you're able to do those jobs, then they'll give you a badge. And I guess they also give you some money too, but did you see how cool the badges are? And she,
It's
So
a pretty
cool.
nice badge.
she reaches into her bag and she pulls out like her badge collection, and like, they're like, for each one for her is like she has to like lift it with both arms and like hold it up, and like, she's got a badge that has like a little star with a happy face, and she's got another badge that it has like a field and a little bird flying over it and a sun with a happy face, and she has another one that shows like a happy fish jumping out of an ocean, and a happy fisherman like catching the happy fish.
Was Babu intrigued by that one?
See, and these are just the most recent ones that I've gotten from the last town I was in.
Oh, man, I want these badges.
Where was that town?
Oh, it was to the east of here, and it was called a name that I'm going to come up with right now.
A name
Incoming name.
that I definitely know.
It's
Name now loading.
I was in the town. It's to the east of here. River's Hollow. Wait, I saw the Dandelion Hollow. Hollow is, I can't call two towns hollow. Clearbrook Hold.
That sounds like a nice place to go fishing.
Yeah, I got this badge from helping a man catch fish for his dinner. That one didn't turn out great for me, though, because it turned out he did have a cat who was helping him fish, and I don't get along very well with cats.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Who does?
That's a great point.
Arthur doesn't say anything. He has a fluffy cat at home.
And Jake kind of like nods his head knowingly, like, yeah, cats.
Yeah,
Can't live with them.
Can't live with them.
Thistle points to you, Jake, like, he knows what's up. Well, and now here's the really exciting thing. And she leans in close like she's telling a secret, but she doesn't change her tone of voice at all, because if she talked any quieter, you could not hear her. She says, now, just recently, I had a letter delivered to me from the Rhapsody Roads, and it told me to come to the nearest office for a secret mission. And she, looks really proud of herself. She says, I'd never even heard that they could do secret missions, but I guess for those of us who are really elite, and she sort of tosses her hair back, says, we get secret missions.
What kind of secret mission is this?
Well, somewhere nearby, in the deep woods, there is something called the Fruit of Dreams.
Whoa.
And they're not exactly sure where it is, but they do know that the cave where it's being hidden, it takes someone with particular talents and a height of no greater than 6 inches to get in.
So specific. This job sounds like it was made for you.
However, the fruit might be guarded, so I have to make sure I'm really prepared before I go in. I'm thinking of trying to hire a blue jay to take me there, but blue jays are hard to bargain with.
Like an actual blue jay? Or?
Of course. I'm friends with all the animals in the forest.
Don't they try and eat you?
Not the blue jays. I mean, some of the larger animals will. I've had some very bad run-ins with rats and some aggressive lizards. Most things don't bother me, though, because they don't really notice me.
I would like to roll and see if I know anything about the Fruit of Dreams.
Okay, yeah.
I got a 7, so maybe...
No.
No, I got nothing here.
To Bobby, Bobby was like looking through his memories. Imagine like there's like an old man in his brain that's like thumbing through like a library catalog.
It's a Rolodex.
I'm thinking it's a Rolodex. Yeah.
I want to try that too.
Catalog.
Nope, nothing.
I'm going to pull out the Journey Journal, Volume 1, and kind of flip through it and see if I see anything.
Okay.
It's also, I have a refined education skill too. Nope, there is no mention of Fruit of Dreams in the book.
What'd you roll?
That was a 5.
Okay, yeah, no.
No, just wanted to check.
You're good.
I don't think I have anything that would warrant me checking. Even I wouldn't even know. It's beyond me.
It's all right.
But it sounds like a fruit.
You guys are all, it's all right that you don't know. There's not much known about it, and after all, you guys are new, so you haven't collected enough stories yet.
I have nothing, so stop looking at me, please.
Sorry.
Stop looking at me expectantly. I'm like, I have nothing.
So, Fruit of Dreams, you guys did not ring a bell for you.
This is the first time we've heard of it.
Yep.
And Secret Mission, and let's see.
How many points is this worth?
What is?
This quest. Is it a Rhapsody? It's not a Rhapsody Roads quest?
My Fruit of Dreams quest?
Yeah.
See, this one doesn't have any point value. It's a special mission, so it has a special reward.
Ooh.
I don't know what the special reward is yet, but I'm sure it's going to be great.
How far away is the Deep Woods from here?
So, you guys know that it's about a 4-5 day travel to the edge of the Deep Woods, and that's
okay.
So basically Stormbrook is at the edge where there's trees starting to grow, and then it starts getting denser and denser, and about 5 days in is what they start categorizing it as the Deep Wood.
And that's where we're going, correct?
Yes.
Thimble, right?
Thistle.
Thistle.
The Thimble is also a very cute name, and now I have regrets.
Our group is also heading into the Deep Woods to find the big tree whose name escapes me now.
That's all you know it is.
That's part of our journey. We're trying to find that. Perhaps our goals could align at some point.
Maybe. I suppose we'll have to see when you're heading out. I do have some things, like I said, I have some things in the works with some blue jays to give me a ride over there. But I might have to resort to the sparrows. The sparrows are so flighty. But if neither of those work out, I could always use a ride on a wagon or something.
Did you say the sparrows are flighty?
Yes.
Is that the joke you
Yes,
made?
that's the joke I made.
I love it.
We would be happy to be your armed guard.
Well, that's mighty kind of you. See, this is what I love about journeying. Everybody you meet out on the roads are so helpful and so ready to work with you. So, why are you guys traveling anyway? Are you just taking your journeys? Have you had any adventures yet?
We've had some...
So much political intrigue.
Yeah, we've kind of helped a regime change in in that town that I can't think of. It's already out of my mind. Bluefield, yes, that's right.
There was a tyrant mayor in Bluefield who was hoarding all of their town's magic. Well, it's not really magic, but it's very good honey. We overthrew him with the help of a
He was addicted to the honey.
He was addicted to the honey. Yes.
The mayor was addicted to the honey, and it was impairing his judgment.
Yes, like 2 days after we met each
So we had
other,
to overthrow it.
we overthrew a local government.
Sometimes that's how it is.
Sometimes it just needs to happen. Rise up.
You know, sometimes people in towns, they need the perspective of a traveler to see what's in front of their own eyes. And sometimes they need the strength of a traveler to overthrow an oppressive regime.
Glad you agree.
Yeah, we haven't done many other adventures.
Oh.
We got sucked into the grounds.
Yeah, we got sucked into the ground. That's an adventure. After I told everybody not to go over there, if I remember correctly.
It was weird. I had to check it out.
You probably know about moondrop shrooms.
Oh, of course I've heard of moondrop shrooms. Those are funny little creatures, aren't they?
That's a word for it.
Do they also demand stories from you?
Well, I've been around the block enough times to know not to wander into a mushroom circle. But the one time...
That's fair.
But there's a colony of moondrop shrooms near my home, and we used to go out and tell them stories all the time.
That sounds nice.
So, when we were in the Moondrop Mushroom Circle, we found a giant cache of star metal that we have. It was pretty sweet.
That's amazing! How much star metal? I've only seen just scraps of it.
Oh, it was bigger than a scrap.
It was bigger than me.
Oh my, you could make a small child out of that metal.
Yes. I want a metal boy.
Can I change my request from a dagger to a metal child?
I want like a metal child.
I want an automaton.
We can pull all of them together to make this construct that follows us.
Oh my god. That's beyond Thaddeus's ability, I promise you.
Aw.
And then Jake's rubbing his cheek and he's recalling all the adventures we had or things that happened. Well, we also went to a cabin and we also, I think we fought a giant plant at one point. I can't remember what it was. It was like a
rose.
It was a rose. That's,
Rose
okay, I
plant.
thought it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it.
But no one gave us any badges.
So no one's given us any badges.
Well,
Life is cruel.
you guys have had quite a lot of adventures for only being on the road for, what'd you say, like a week?
It's been like 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we also
No way.
So,
Okay.
Tell me, travelers, during your journey so far, have you heard any good riddles?
Trying to think of the sentient beings we've talked to.
The mushrooms probably would have liked riddles, but
Yeah, they
they're
probably know
more-
a bunch.
They're more stories. They really dug that retelling of Star Wars.
I don't think we've heard any riddles on our journey. I know a couple.
Do you? And Thistle pulls out of her bag this, like, comically large book. It is about the size of a Post-it note, but it is comically large for her. And she takes out this book and a pen and she says, see, my real purpose for traveling is I'm going around collecting riddles from around the world. And my real goal is to find the ultimate stumper. A riddle that no one can solve.
I have a riddle for you.
Tell me.
What do you call a fish with a no eye?
With a no eye.
No?
I said with no eye.
And Thistle, she writes this down in her book and chews on her pen for a minute. A fish with no eye. Is it...
Oh, God.
I give up. Tell me what it is.
An FSH?
Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
An FSH. Well, I guess that's a riddle.
It's not a great one.
I only ever have one riddle at the ready, and that's from Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Go for it.
I have one. It's, what can you put in a bucket that'll make it lighter?
What can you put in a bucket that'll make it lighter? Is it a hole?
It is.
Oh,
I guess that's not a good riddle.
that's a great riddle. I'm just very good at these. I've written a lot of them down already. Let's see. Oh, I have a great idea. Because you all need your first badge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here. And she gets up from her chair and leaps across back to the desk and signals the woman behind the desk, waving her arms.
Yes.
And says, excuse me,
Yes, yes.
I'd like to post a job, please.
Shapeshift is a member of the Geekspective Network. If you've been enjoying the show, please consider leaving a rating or review on iTunes or whatever other podcast apps allow that sort of deal. It really helps me out, and so does sharing the show with others. Also, you can now find my show on Spotify and also on YouTube. Another way to help my show out is to become a patron at patreon.com/Geekspective. You can find me on Twitter at Rocket Orca and also at ShapeshiftCast, where I post show updates and news. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Special thanks to the editor of this episode, Rudy. You can find Rudy on Twitter at Rudy Basso. That's RUDYBASSO. Thank you, Rudy.